Hard to fall into open. Where? Uh, I mean, not the strongest under 58.20. It's actually kind of interesting. We opened below. Future rejection was kind of rough. We'll have to see where we find support, which would probably be right around here. 58.45, yes. At least this is where I would look for support. Failure of the trend probably means pull back down to yesterday's close, maybe lower. Staying under 58.50 probably means we retest 5800 at some point. Some GN, time for 75. Let's wait and see what the data has in store. We got 2 minutes till PMIs, right? Yeah, PMIs at 9:45. Expected to manufacturing is expected to expand. Services expected to contract slightly. And we have new home sales at 10 o'clock. If PMIs are really good, dollar's gonna rip back fucking up to like 104.30 again. Crushing what would be just modest gains in the euro and pound today. Euro's down at 108 right now, which is super fucking low. What's actually dumping? It looks like Dow. Dow's getting hit a little bit. Sector wise, tech services. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, tech services a little bit. Retail trade not doing so great. Finance, health tech is going down pretty hard. Tesla's leading a big push in consumer durables. Commercial services and transportation don't look so hot. Producer manufacturing looks pretty meh. Uh, Consumer non-durables not doing much. Health services is doing okay. That's usually kind of a bearish signal, like risk off. Am I peeping GoEV tips when you have a moment? Yeah, they're I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Weird shit. Um Not contracting. GoEV looks like it's getting shorted again. Carvana looks like it's getting ready to move up to 250. Let's pull out the live data for SPX right now. See what things are looking like here before we get the. Oh, we just got the PMIs. Sold calls. Let me refresh this. Um, Slight expansion in composite, expansion in manufacturing, expansion in services. Well, manufacturing's technically still in contraction, but better. Services up. Not huge moves. Nothing earth shaking or anything. I don't want to buy fucking shares of GoEV. The play was just selling CSPs on it and closing them when they go back out of the money. Yields on CSPs are high because the stock is being priced as if it's going bankrupt. Can't even get 58.25. 58.25 is kind of an important level. And Q doesn't look so hot. Tesla's getting pretty close to testing Gamma Max. I think still has some room to the upside. Hmm. I wonder how long that'll last. Hmm. It's gonna be a choppy day, probably. But we are below both gamma neutrals, so it's gonna be a little harder to bounce. Delta neutral's also pretty close to spot here. Those are probably the levels we should watch for today. Yes, it's trying to get a little bit of support of that trend. Failure there, though, might drop back to 5,800. Not a great bounce so far. Jan on the month is at 813. Delta neutral's at 57.91.82. Upside down if we can't get a foothold, AJ, not a foothole. And no, we need to get above 30 for things to push into something that's even remotely bullish on the chain. The chain is fucked. There's nothing bullish anywhere near spot. Get entered to short tech sometime this morning, you think? I don't know if shorting tech today is going to be a great idea. Apple sold off too hard. Tesla's running. Microsoft was already in the middle of a rebound, which is kind of slipping at the 25 mark. Meta's holding 60 for now. I don't think that's going anywhere. Nvidia is still struggling with the 40 strike. Nvidia looks a little bit bearish. But remember that volatility is increasing across the board on all of these as we move closer to earnings, and that is going to provide some stabilizing effect. And continue to at least wear on, like, it's going to continue to wear on correlation. Might just have kind of a flat day. We don't lose 5,800, which has a decent amount of support. And yields don't go too crazy again. We still have more data in a few minutes. We have new home sales. Autocorrect. I wonder who's buying all of the new homes after the rate cut made rates go up. Probably not a lot of people. Houses are getting discounted at a pretty quick rate. $229.50. Yeah. Apple's got a little bit of support at 30, but chain is a lot more bullish above 232.50, which is, if it got back above that, where I would consider taking a long position. I wouldn't get one here on the chop though. Under support. Too easy for it to fail again. Apple's news yesterday wasn't exactly good. It's just that the options positioning on Apple is largely bullish, and it's most of it is farther dated, which is generally what happens with Apple's options chain. Is a lot of the call buyers tend to buy a lot of theta. Did you see Dirk's bean meat soup with a dollop of mayo on it? It did. I think that was sour cream, but I feel like it shouldn't have been. I think home sales will be bad. Probably. Yeah. I mean, I think they're expected to be bad. Their forecasts are between 0.7 to 0.72 million, which isn't particularly great. So a slight decline is kind of priced in already. No 5850 today. That would be a struggle, even on a breakout. We opened a lot lower than we were in the pre-market, which isn't great. We'll have to build up support here, which will probably take a while. What's on Google? The stream is stuttering again. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it is. The bit rate's fucking falling again. We should stop being such a piece of shit. Why does Google suck so much? And no, it is definitely Google's fault. Are we chopping today? We're in kind of a neutral range here. I guess it's not that neutral. Mr. Beast gets all the bandwidth. Of course he does. Well, new home sales, I mean, up, but a tiny bit. That'll be strong for the dollar. Month over month increase is pretty solid. Home sales good. Bullish. Good for the dollar. Should be okay for tech. I don't think the change is that significant. Nope, not much. Gross. Says the connection's okay. YouTube stream torpedoed. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Yesterday, this was like a problem across a bunch of YouTube channels. It's not just me. I can look it up. Alright, let me know if that's any better. Doesn't look like it is. What's positioning look like? Pretty neutral around spot. Not much going on. We've sold calls to the upside, sold puts to the downside. Price actions so far fairly contained. Gamma's negative here. So we could slip lower. I don't know how much. 20's resistance right now. You got Greeks on ASTS? I think I do. No, I don't. Maybe your cat peed near your router and it only got a couple of transistors. My cat doesn't pee out of his litter box. Gross. Correlation's starting to push up. It's like dollars falling. Not getting a lot of stability with the home sales beat at all, actually. Yeah, upstart Greeks. I do blueberry. I do. Sure, doesn't actually look like it's gonna move much lower than this. It's not right now. Support at 50. Let's see. Gamma max is 57.32. Gamma neutral 43.66. Everything else is pretty far from spot. Total gamma has been falling off quite a bit. I'm still short upstart, but maybe I should close it. I don't know. I felt like that for like a week now. It just keeps going down. Grindy though. Look at the data. Supply is picking up faster than demand, it seems. It's gradual, but these things tend to cascade quickly. That they do. That they do. No, I shorted Upstart like 2 weeks ago. Not now. I just said I was going to close my short because it's not going down quick enough. It's getting too much support. Is oil about to fail? I don't know. I missed my long on oil, so a little pissed about that actually. That's what I get for sleeping and going to bed at night like an asshole. Mm. I'll support here. I'm ogling Friday 5820s with my one good eye. Puts or calls? So just auctions for the rest of the day. I mean, the bill auctions will probably be moderately important. They're both large. We have Kansas City Fed Composite at 11. 5-year tips. Yeah. So mostly bill auctions. Mortgage rates coming in higher probably won't make anyone happy. Hmm. Boeing price target cuts at 86 cents $86 a share from 109 by Wells Fargo. Oof. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That is a tiny head and shoulders, yes. ES has like a reversal or NQ has a reversal going on the 5 minute there. The Chicago Fed Index was fucked. Yes. Yeah, the National Activity Index was not good. Unemployment wasn't really, like, jobless claims weren't that great either. I don't really want to take a position on anything here. Hmm. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, small caps are having an okay day today. Although it's pulling back a bit. Dow's still falling, which isn't great. 'If there's not much bullish positioning on the upside, what are bulls fighting for here? Support. If they can establish support, then, well, is that a Head and Shoulders? That's a very tiny one. And I mean, the neckline is literally at today's low, which isn't particularly impressive. It's the same thing Elon's fighting for. Jesus Christ. Can 5,800 be tickled? Yeah, if we fill the downside gap. Let's see, why not? We're just not really pushing for that right now. This is, maybe I should be clear. This looks boring as fuck. We need to lose 5,803 to kick off a larger move to the downside. There's possible support at like 57.95. So, even if we fill the gap, we may run right back into support, which is kind of shitty. Mm, interesting. Tesla's literally just at the same price it was a couple of weeks ago. So what? I mean, yeah, it's basically what it did was bounced back up the options chain from where it failed. Is the new audio processing using all the resources? No, it's a YouTube issue. It's like a not just a known, it's a known issue. And since everybody's using the backup servers, those also don't help. Stream is a full 2 minutes behind at this point. Have you tried moving the slider forward to live? I'm not having any delay whatsoever on my restream of you to my followers. There's always been a delay anyway. You son of a bitch. Was Brad J-roll? Maybe. We'll never know. She can take losses for me and I'm done for the day. This wasn't good to trade. Since I don't have live ES data, I just set the stream to a 15-minute delay. Hmm. Dozens of complaints about your red shirt. Of course. You can just click the word live, have to do it frequently. That's because there's a lot of buffering because it's not picking up the appropriate bit rate. Like I can restart it and initially it'll be fine, but then it just gets worse. Maybe this is Dork's fault, but I don't think so. I'll turn the compressor off on my voice. Noise gate. No, that shouldn't really be doing it. Make myself quieter again. Yeah, that has like no effect whatsoever. The whole stream card, it's pretty awesome. You can thank Lit Spaceman for this one. I close the put side of my straddle and set a maximum loss on my call. Alright. Ham radio. What is?